So, all right, we live. We live. Let me type in the chat room right quick for the comments. I'm gonna type in the actual link if y'all want to come on in to the panel. I know we got some real estate agents looking. If y'all want to hop in on the panel, come on in. If y'all got your questions, go ahead type your questions in right now. But right now we live on Facebook, we live on LinkedIn, we live on YouTube, we live on Twitch, and we live on Twitter. So before I get the show started, let me I promised my Instagram audience that I will pop in on them. So I'm gonna go live real quick and tell them to come on join us on that Facebook, man. Real quickly before we get started, man. Let me go ahead and tell them to go ahead and get started, man. Let's go live real quick for like 2 minutes right here. Tell that Instagram audience, man, come on over. Come on in, Instagram. Let me know if I'm Chris. Let me know if I get that echo.
All right.
Might not. All right, I'm starting to head now. Instagram, man, come on over. We live right now. We live right now on Facebook and LinkedIn. Let me go ahead and pin this comment. Boom, we live on Facebook and LinkedIn. Come on over because I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill this in 2 minutes. So come on over. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over, Instagram. I'm gonna figure out one day the Instagram. I'm gonna figure out the Instagram where we can link it all together. So all right, let's go ahead and get started, man. Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210, aka Billionaire Loan Officer, aka the coldest loan officer on the planet, man. That's the new moniker. I got my guest host Corey Smith is joining us, and I got CJ the Realtor here, and Barry Bolson should be joining us here shortly as well. So let's go ahead start the introductions, man. All right, so bam. First thing first, man, I gotta plug my website. Go to my website, www.applywithb.com. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to book me for a Zoom session, go ahead and go to the website, www.applywithb.com. Also, you can go to our website, HoustonCondoSales.com. If you're looking for a condo, a townhouse, one of them high rises, man, it's for Houstonians by Houstonians. We curated and got the best of the best right there for you, and we update it every day. So check that out. Challenge me. Go to my website, whatstodaysrace.com, man. I got all my rates publicly displayed. If you got a pre-qual from a bank, challenge me. I guarantee I'll beat it, period. Go to the YouTube. We got a couple of new shows out for next year, 2023. We got house tours. I got a couple of new episodes of house tours coming out this week. I have Behind the Sauce. I got a new episode of Behind the Sauce coming out. The podcast, we filming for the podcast again Thursday, so a new episode will be out Sunday. And that's what we're rolling with, that Power 3 this year. Behind the Sauce, the Power of Ownership podcast, and house tours. Last thing, you can go ahead and call me 24/7, 832-775-8357. Call me 24/7 as long as it's about business. Chris, go ahead and I got you up right here. Boom.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy CJ the Realtor here in Houston, Texas. If you're looking to sell by lease, I'm talking to traditional investors, whether it's residential or commercial, I got you. Hit me up. Check out my website, greenwoodrealtytx.com. Also, like B said, we got the YouTube going. Check out my YouTube channel, CJ the Realtor. We got that Lux edition of the home tours on there. So you see a lot of what Houston has to offer on the luxury side. Hit me up on social media platforms, all of them. CJ Sales Texas, CJSELLSTX. And that's on all platforms. DM me, shoot me a text, give me a call, 832-338-3182. I got you. Also, our nonprofit, the MasterAcademy.org. And this is teaching our young teenage men, middle school, high school age, knowledge of self-improvement and entrepreneurship. So check that out. If it's end of the year time, you're looking for somewhere to put some money in, donate to a 501c3, check us out, the MasterAcademy.org.
Gotcha. So again, let's go ahead and kick the show off, man. Instagram. So I'm about to cut the Instagram feed. Y'all join us on LinkedIn and Facebook. Join us on LinkedIn and Facebook. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill that feed in case we get any feedback or anything like that.
I think the only time we got feedback is when I jumped on your live on Instagram.
Okay.
And I think that was the only time we got feedback.
Gotcha. All right, well, I might go live later on this, periodically to kind of remind, hey, we over here. So I'm trying to get some of the Instagram followers to start following us on the Facebook and the LinkedIn live. Twitch the same way, man. Twitch followers, man. Come on, follow us on the whatever platform you're comfortable with. Facebook, LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, so on and so forth. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, man. I wanted to touch a couple of topics today. The number one topic I wanted to talk about is, now that today's the 13th, so it's gonna be real tough to get in the house before Christmas. However, it's not too late to get in before the end of the year, or it's never too late right now. Actually, it's a good timing while everybody's kind of caught in the holiday shuffle to start getting pre-qualified. Start at the beginning of the year. I wanted to kind of get your outlook on, since the report came out today, actually, that inflation has went down a slight little bit from like 7.7 to 7.1. So it rolled the rates back a little bit. Yep. So what's your outlook on getting pre-qual today, and and starting to look at the beginning of the year? What's your look out for the first quarter of Barry? What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Barry B, what's good, bro?
All right. How y'all doing, man?
In fact, hold that linchpin, that question. Let me let Barry introduce himself. That way we can just start. We can ask, that way we don't break it up. So Barry, go ahead and.
Okay. All right. This is Barry B, Keller Williams Professionals. You can come to my website, www.homesbybarryb.com. I'm on IG, Facebook, homesbybarryb.com. What's the other one? TikTok. You can give me a call at 832-786-1270 for all your real estate needs in Houston and surrounding areas. You can email me at barryb@homesbybarryb.com.
Gotcha. What we were just talking about, so you coming in good timing. I know it's kind of too late before Christmas, but you can still probably slide in there before the beginning of the year, or get a jump on everybody else while everybody doing a holiday shuffle. Get first dibs in 2023 of home ownership. And I was saying, what's the best outlook to getting pre-qual right now? The rates dropped slightly. Because of the inflation report. So what would you say the outlook is for beginning of the year? Was now a good time? Should people wait? What do you think with these people still waiting on the crash? I mean, what's the whole nine?
I think, man, you don't know which direction the Fed is going to go. So while they lowered this rate, and people think, all right, so you're getting pre-approved for a loan now, so they're giving you a rate. It ain't locked in until you go on the contract on the house anyway. So the thing is that go ahead and get that pre-approval start house shopping to see if you can find something now to lock it in, because we don't know what they're gonna say next month.
Right.
They may change their minds, like, hey, the economy is not doing as well as we thought. We got to slow it down some more and drive rates up again.
Right. Well,
So,
you can do a lock and shop, but that costs you money. Everyone's a lock and shop right now, but I wouldn't advise a lock and shop right now unless you're having a home built and you're almost at the finished stage. Definitely, you got something coming in. But if you just want to shop and you don't know what you're gonna get, I wouldn't advise like a lock and shop right now.
Yep.
But I would say as well, I would still pitch the 3-2-1 buy down. A 2-1 buy down, even a 1-1 buy down. So you're still going to get, you're going to get a little bit less rate anyways. I think I want to get the perspective, kind of redirecting it to Barrow. What do you think as far as the housing section of what is it going to do? As far as you think the sellers are going to come down, go up? They're going to start listing like crazy right now? Or what do you think?
Know what?
I mean,
I'm not sure. We're still low on inventory. And I was reading that they said that even with the rates going down, the demand hasn't gone up like they thought it would. So it's going to be kind of interesting, because this is like 4 months straight that I think the rate has went down. Right. Like 4 months straight, I think 3 or 4 months straight. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with the housing.
What do
and
you think?
I think now, like, too, you got to also keep in mind, just like B mentioned, like the hustle and bustle with like the holiday season.
Right.
So a lot of people are thinking about traveling, spending money, things like that. So people that, if it's a house on the market right now, a seller is very motivated to sell that house.
Right.
Because you got a good amount of people that ain't even thinking about real estate right now. So for them to have their house on the market, that means they're ready to sell. So you
and
normally
for buyers,
see
there's less competition if you're a buyer too.
Exactly. Because as far as inventory, putting house on the market, you start seeing spikes like early spring.
Yeah, that's when
like
I think we're going to see that.
Time.
Right. That's where I want to get into. Like, is it, if you're a deal shopper, wouldn't the premium or the optimal time like be right now?
Right now. Yep.
Because
we mentioned if you're buying.
Right. We mentioned on the show before, you got a twofold. If on the listing side, you got people that's motivated because there are lack of shoppers like that than before the previous years. Also in the building sector, you have people that's trying to not pay taxes. So you got the builders. If they already have inventory bills, you got a bunch of them ready to go. So
and the deals are coming from the builders.
Oh, man, they got crazy deals.
Man, every time I open my email, it's at least 6 or 7.
Right. So think about it. Right now, you really got a trifecta that's with the programs that's been flooded into the market, that's been around, but they kind of rehashed and dusted them off and promoting them right now. You got a trifecta of a little bit of desperation on the seller's part. So it's kind of going from a seller's market to a little bit of buyer market right now. You got the 3-2-1s and the 2-1 buy downs. And you got, you got pricing starting to go down a little bit. So like, what more you want? So think about it. If it's slipping into the 5s right now, you do a 3-2-1 buy down, you're in the 2s.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You back the pandemic prices for the first year at least. Then you in the 3s for the second year. Then by the time it do go back up or go back down, go ahead and slice that thing back down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good for the buyers. Like I said,
if you're trying to buy right now,
the deals are there.
It's time to jump on it.
So I mean, I think the people that's gonna kind of shake off the itis or whatever, you know, the holiday, you know, get caught up in there. I'll wait till next year type people. If you can slice through that and get started now, I think you'll come up better than somebody that get started in February.
Yep. Because you think about all the people that's, you know, spending money for the holidays and they're spending more than they should have.
Right.
Now they got to wait for tax time to recoup that money.
Right.
And if you're looking to buy a house, you waiting till what, March, April before you can even do anything. So you just losing months worth of time to be able to find a good deal just because you overspent.
Well, don't forget though too that if you close in December or you close the first week in January, your first payment not. If you close the first week in January, your first payment is not till March 1st. If you close by the end of this year, which is, you know, it's tough, you know, but it's possible. Your first payment is not till February. So if you wait on the income tax, you know, that could be, you know, that could be your first couple of notes or whatever. And then you got a little nest egg, you get down payment assistance or whatever. If that's your situation, you can get it. You can get into the house right now with, you know. So what you're gonna? A lot of people got to renew January 1st as far as their lease. So you could damn near get into a house for the same price that you would, you know, get into a new lease. You know, or you know, that you got to release for January 1st. A lot of people are in December, January when a lot of people renew their lease, and you getting hit over the head right now with the rental prices because rent's outrageous.
Oh man, I forgot what the number is, but rent has gone up exponentially. It's just like in the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
And
it's ridiculous.
And all the people that rent, they know there is never a time when you renew and they lower your rent.
Right.
I ain't never heard of it. I ain't never heard of it. I heard it stay the same every year. But I ain't never heard it go down.
Well, let me ask you this. That's a good segue to my next point. Did you hear about the Lennar situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, go ahead, open up. Like, what y'all think about that?
For the people that don't know, was it the CEO saying that they're getting ready to start selling to landlords?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That's
I mean, which is smart, but you know, I'll let go Chris chime in, but as far as business is smart, but it's not good for the consumers.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know, Lennar been on some other stuff for a minute since COVID. So
Lennar, I don't know what's going on.
They done rubbed realtors the wrong way from the jump since COVID. So ain't too many people rocking with Lennar.
Yeah, like during the pandemic, they were flipping their nose at realtors day and night.
Right. So you know, Lennar is not one of my favorite at all. I don't care for Lennar.
I think that's just another way for them to make some money and bypass, you know, the traditional route of selling. So just like when Zillow had to offload all those properties, and then Lennar is trying to get more liquid. So ain't no telling what they're trying to do with that money.
Right. So,
but you know, and I mean, and with the past couple of years, we've been seeing how a lot of these companies have been buying homes to rent. They want to rent it out. I mean, they're slowly pushing out the first-time home buyers. We've been seeing this for the last couple of years, really.
Shoot, what's that?
Break that down. Break that down. What does that mean? Because like a lot of first-time home buyers will probably say this doesn't apply to me. How does that impact them?
Well, because the homes that they can afford, or you know, those lower price homes are going to be rentals,
right?
You know,
these are starter homes.
The starter homes. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be rentals, and you're going to need at least 300 to buy a quote unquote starter home.
Right.
Real soon. It went from 10 years ago, maybe 185. 8 to 10 years ago, 185. Now it's probably like 250 ish.
Easy.
This is the starter home price. You know, so and then would that translate to note? It's about $2,000 a month.
So now they're just gonna.
So they say yesterday's price is not today's price. You know, Yesterday,
and I don't know if you I don't know if CJ, if you you know if Camilo,
yeah,
that's what I was just about to say.
that's nothing but a rental.
It's a whole
neighborhood
community of rentals. They got
that's all it
houses.
is.
They don't rent. I mean, they don't sell not one of them houses.
Not one. They rent.
Whole,
that's all they do.
Model is popping up a whole community of rentals, and they all like start a home. Yeah. They don't sell none of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, yep, that's the whole thing with that. I mean, I wanted to say I like Camilo. What they do, they kind of anchor everything. I think they have Camilo has a little bit of both. Their business model is this: they have the commercial, they have the townhouses, they have the apartment complexes, and then there is a section in that particular subdivision where you can buy.
Really? Where?
With Camilo?
Where?
Because my subdivision is similar to that. They in the back, there's the rentals. In the front, there's the buyers.
The ones on the north side, off of 1960, that whole thing is rental. I know some people that live there.
Right.
That whole thing is rental.
Where they sell them.
Right. Well, they'll parcel it off.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be the same subdivision, however, but you'll see like part of it's Camilo, part of it's just regular houses. So.
Oh, there might be a developer that brought in Camilo as a part of it or something, maybe.
Right. There might be, to finish it all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a possibility. But there's all kind of ways to do this thing. There's no really low set. You can get as creative if you wanted to get.
Yep.
So that's the good thing about it. But stepping further into this now's the time thing. What other incentives have you been seeing in the market? What other changes have you been, stimulation or stimulus, should I say, that you've been seeing for like make people move right now? What have you been seeing lately and out there?
I mean, you just still see that correction where prices are dropping and sellers are more willing to work with buyers as far as giving contribution, which in turn helps with that 3-2-1 buy down.
Right.
Like, that was the thing of the past. As long as things was hot, sellers didn't have to do nothing.
Right.
But more and more of them are dropping prices, playing ball, contributing to buyers' closing costs. So you see more of that now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And as soon as when you said that, I went and looked at my email, and Castle, who is this? This is Castle Rock. They have one. They sent me a couple emails on 3-2-1 buy down. Right. First year 3.99, year 2 4.99, years 3 through 30 5.99 fixed.
Right. Right.
They're sending that out right now.
Yeah.
With incentives and reducing the prices.
Right. So yeah, I mean, they plan to do a hybrid, all of the above. Again, like I said, they're trying to do everything, to try to get them to move. There's ways you're not stuck. The problem, this is crazy. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move the subject because I don't like you talk about first time home buyers too much. It's kind of like beating you don't want to beat them up because it's like it's almost like trying to get somebody to swim that's scared of the water. It's like either you go hop in this water and swim or you're not, because it's you're not gonna drown because the water's only 5 foot. You 5'5". So you just have to stand up. But it's about the fact that it's the mental thing getting them in that water. But think about it. This is what I'm thinking philosophy wise. Just 1 year ago, less than 1 year, a little bit, let's say a little bit over a year, everybody was trying to get pre-qualified. I had 88 people that was pre-qualified that couldn't find a house. Corey, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
Corey,
hey.
All right. After I make the statement, then you can go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll finish up here for the last 30 minutes of the show. But man, maybe a year ago, I had 88 something people that was pre-qualified, couldn't find a house. What will make that faucet turn off all of a sudden? Like, these same people still didn't get a house. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but you could get, these buy downs and stuff right now. But what What will make them turn all the way off and just say, all right, I'm gonna just waste my money and go and rent? I don't get it. If the need was there a little while ago, the need's still there.
Think about what changed from that time. What's the one thing that changed?
Propaganda. It got to be this, what Uncle Larry said. Oh, don't buy right now. Because if you needed it a year ago, you still need it unless you just, because that lease should be over. If you renewed your lease, that lease should be up right now. Chris and I got a couple people that leases up. All right, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like it's like not just that; it's tied into emotion too. Because you're like, my feelings hurt. I couldn't find this house. I don't want to go through this no more. It's like some things are worth fighting for. Like if you want to start building wealth and starting putting yourself in a trajectory instead of paying somebody else's mortgage, then it's gonna take some grind a little bit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to say, but I think for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they just become lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of people don't want to put the effort in order to purchase a home. I'd rather be comfortable right here. I've been here for a while. I've been paying my rent. I got all my stuff. I don't want to think about moving.
I don't feel like moving. I don't feel like packing.
People make excuses for why they don't want to change their circumstance. Like I'm comfortable right now. It just goes to the cliche. You know what I'm saying? What gets in the way of a great life is a good life. Like you know what I'm saying? If they got a decent life there, they renting. They don't want to rock the boat or go out their way to try to rock the boat and try to buy something. It is bad.
Right. Man, it goes to. I mean, I hate to, really put that thumb in people's belief system, but I just don't adhere to what's for you is for you. I think what's for you got to make it for you.
Yeah.
I don't think stuff just drop out of the sky and just in your lap. I think you got to make it. If it's something you want, it's a goal that you try to obtain. You have to put the effort in to make it so. I think you do everything else for your guidance, but I think you help those who help themselves. You got to kind of help yourself in the situation, and you got to kind of, it's survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people forget this. It's people ain't just gonna hand you stuff. It's survival of the fittest. The fittest is gonna prosper. It just is what it is. So it's just like people that just you wait for that deal to just pop up. Hey, all right, a free house. You want it?
You'll be waiting a long time for that one.
You waiting a long time for that free house. You ain't got to do nothing. In fact, you ain't got to move. We just gonna go ahead and take the house off where you at right now and put the new house on top of it. You know what I'm saying? That way you ain't got to move nothing. So I mean, but it's not gonna happen, man. It's with anything that's worth having is gonna come some type of pain. That's why when you go to birth that baby has some pain, but it's once that baby out is you forgot all about that pain. That's why I tell people all the time, like, I make it smooth and easy, but at the same time, even people act like sometimes people act like paperwork is agonizing. Like what you're doing is all you're doing is going to the screen and press send.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
They act like you annoying the hell out of them, you know what I'm saying? By asking,
Yes.
I can't take a screenshot with no account number on it and not your name on it or whatever case may be. Well, what you mean? It shows my money right there. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, are we really going back and forth about this?
Right.
Hey, I seen this I think it was this meme on I think it was Instagram, and it was like they asked a dude to show proof of funds. He showed a picture of a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, I seen something like that. Yeah, I seen something like that.
I'm like, what the hell? We want to do nothing.
Man, I mean, they made strides since I've been in the business.
It's so easy to get it, but it's so hard to get it.
Yeah, like docs is so easy to get nowadays. Like we can digitally verify a lot of that stuff nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So like, man, it's so easy. We blessed. Don't forget, back in the days, you go 10 more years back, you had the FedEx, and what I'm saying, you had the fax and all that other stuff type of
manila folders and all that stuff.
Yeah, you got folders and the handwritten. Like, come on, man, we blessed and don't know it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You blessed, man.
And that's the thing, man. Technology and advances in technology make people lazy.
Yes, it does. Makes them lazy.
You know,
a lot of people.
But switching to I want to take a. Corey, go ahead and introduce yourself before I start this next segment.
Corey Smith, your mortgage lender. You know what I'm saying? Here for all your real estate, your mortgage needs. That's it.
You don't tell them where they can find you or nothing like that?
Oh, it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look,
he say he around. He say he ain't hard to find.
Hey, look, come on now. Dion, I ain't too hard to find.
Right.
I ain't hard to find.
That's a good segue. Actually, that's a good segue because that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get, first of all, I want to salute Prime Man, Coach Prime Man, Deion Sanders. I want, making that strive, and I look at it as it's a move up. You get paid for your accomplishments. And bear with me for a second because I'm a paralyzed. I'm gonna make this synonymous to real estate here in a second. So, but he did what he said he was gonna do. He took that program and put all the eyeballs on it. Performed. They're about to go undefeated again. What is it? It's 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So back championships. And he going to this new place where he got all eyes on them. He blessing them boys. And then he taking it for where he was donating his salary. Now he getting the bag a little bit. Where and it gave opportunities to a whole bunch of other people.
Not a little bit, a lot of bit. That's a big bag. I said he's getting a big bag. That ain't a little bag. Yeah, so I mean, I want to salute Deion. I want to salute anybody that's from our community, especially that's making strides and moving frequency of this particular plane that we're in. So I want to salute that first of all, but I want to put that to real estate. So like how you could, make strides, and you just not a blessing to you, but you'll be a blessing to a lot of people. Because think about it, we don't think about what we were saying earlier. I know it's inconvenient and uncomfortable for you, but what about your children? How you be blessing your children by having that home ownership as opposed to renting? How you have the better blessings with better neighbors because everybody owning as opposed to everybody renting. How they take care of their stuff. Better schools. You know what I'm saying? So just that one is not just one move. It's it's a cloud of circumstances that move, elevate with you when you get into real estate. And then, like I said, we could, after you get that one, you get that two. So that could change your life monetarily as well. So don't be afraid to take a leap of faith is what I'm saying. I want y'all to go ahead and comment on that. And, I think it's the same thing. It's just be, man, it's stepping up. You got to step up if you want to get that praise.
Yeah, I think it's dope, man, because I got a perfect example. A friend of mine, he's had a home, still has it, turned into an investment property. We found him a nicer, newer home to move into with his family. Mm-hmm. So, of course, he does work to the house and stuff for the people, for the tenants. And he has a little son. His son's probably like 4 or 5 years old. Right. And now he's like, Daddy, we're going to the rent house? It's like, it's a whole psychological thing, man, to even be able to have your child understand, hey, we're helping somebody else, but we're also, starting something that he's going to actually take over when he's old. Mm-hmm. So that's got to be a dope feeling. I'm gonna, and for my little girl, she's 1, but that's going to be the thing that I'm doing for her too, showing her, hey, this is the path to get it done.
Have them talking ownership.
Yep.
Yeah.
About owning.
Yep.
I like that. That's good. I like that.
They always say, you're saying the easiest way to learn something or for it to be ingrained in somebody is always the younger they are.
Yep.
And I think, that feeling that they have, when you're doing something for somebody else, that feeling that they have, it never goes away. And it instills in them, so they grow up like, okay, well, look, I like helping other people because I like that feeling that it gives me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Because it's a win-win. You're helping somebody and you're able to make some money.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I think too, just from being around other communities, a lot of stuff that's foreign to us be just already baked into them. Like they already understand like the flips, the business aspect of housing and the, the understanding of rental properties, and it's already baked into them. So once is not something that you have to train or have to get accommodated to once you're an adult. I think that's one part of our arrested development, is that it's a foreign concept. It's something that you got to wrap your head around as an adult. And by the time you get that age, it's hard to, like we talked about earlier, it's hard to shake those. You fight against yourself now because you fight against habits.
Yeah.
But if you talking earlier, where it's understood that this is how you live comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you do in order to live how we live, to go on vacations, to have the money that we have.
It's a way out the rat race.
Yeah, and this is what it is. That's should start as a youngin, and if you didn't have it, you should want to bless, your kids. Every generation should want to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And who was that? Dane Dash. He was like, I didn't want my kids, and he was like, my kids don't know what a 9 to 5 is.
Right. Exactly. So, related to Coach Prime, and like I said, Coach Prime do, he bring his kids with him. His kids watching him do everything, and so that's why I kind of, it should be the same thing with our community in real estate. If you're a first generation owner, you got to make this to where you got to do this for more than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those little quirks and feelings and the laziness bug, you should go ahead and shake that off and do this for a greater good, because the blessings. Look how Dion blessed not only his family, his coaches, that whole little town, that whole Jackson, Mississippi,
whole city.
The whole city got an economic boost. That program gonna have an economic boost for now. This on merch sales.
Yes, the SWAC itself. It's HBCUs.
Right. So that whole everything got a shot in the arm because of his actions. Because so I'm saying that to say that you could have that same type of ripple effect in your life. And it's bigger than you. Especially that's my whole thing is that's to pass down these properties to my daughter. That way, she ain't starting from scratch like me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You got properties and stuff like that. Boom. I was talking to a friend of mine. His grandfather left him like 15 properties. He didn't even know it. He waiting on to liquidate the estate right now. But you don't think they give him a shot in the arm, a leg up now?
Yeah,
100%.
In life, you got that. You got the when they liquidate that. I don't want to put his business out there, but you got it changes your life at that point.
100%.
So I mean, we got now. You can live for now and be selfish. All right, rent feel good is easy. I guess it feel good. I don't know if you get when they pay that rent every month, it feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But how much would it? How much better would it feel knowing that when you get that mortgage statement and it got a balance? This is your balance and it's yours. You don't get that with a rent statement. It's
you don't get the yearly increase either. You don't get the yearly increase either. You ain't got to worry about that.
Up. It's like term life insurance. You got 6 months in the thing. You feel me?
Straight up.
So I don't get it. I don't. What more do we need to to wake certain people up, man? It's time.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of things that's needed. I don't think you can pinpoint to just one thing that's needed, because there's no one size fit all pill. You know what I'm saying? To help cure this mindset or cure this problem. I think right now is just doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to bring awareness, bring attention to this, so people are, because a lot of people just get into the normal day to day, and until it's actually brought up to them, it's just like something as simple as, hey man, have you ever thought about buying a house instead of renting? Something as simple as that. I've had clients come and say, well, I never even thought about it until they brought it up to me.
Right.
And it seems so simple, but yet, you know what I'm saying, it's just something that people don't necessarily think about. And I think doing what we're doing is just getting that more on people's minds and more out there, education, all of those stuff. Now all of a sudden this big monster doesn't seem so scary anymore.
Right. I think that's a good point. Like that should be, I think, in people's mind, it's a big mountain, and really it's a molehill. Because you go outside of our community, it's business as usual. It's normal, it's easy thing. We make it in our mind like a big, huge, like graduating from college or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that. It's so easy nowadays, and people think you stuck. Once you sign, you stuck. We got that mentality too.
Mm-hmm.
Once you sign, you stuck. You signing your life away. No, you enhancing your life.
Right.
It's not like I think it's not like a car where you're gonna be upside down. It's very, very seldom you'll be upside down on a house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting the down payment down.
Especially in the Texas market.
Like very, very, very seldomly. I think that's where your property's gonna go down. Too much inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Oxymoron. How you gonna have high inflation and your property go down? That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was built on a swamp or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But plus, nowadays they got so much legislation. They got to drain the swamp if it is built on the swamp. You know what I mean? So I think it's risk free.
People just got to stop being so gullible, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, when people come to me, you know what I'm saying, there's always this misconception about, you know what I'm saying, what it takes to purchase a house. You know what I'm saying? I talk to such and such. They say I need $30,000 to purchase a house. Like, have you ever chose to Google it? Like, stop scrolling through Instagram for 2 seconds and learn how to Google something. You know what I'm saying? You automatically know that's not true.
Right. Or stop asking the person that's living with their mama.
Exactly.
They don't know.
Right. They never bought a house.
You asking the plumber to fix your electrical. Like, how do you do that?
That might be true though too. Like I said, they might be hating on you to discourage you from getting your house.
Yeah, there it is too.
You know what I mean? So
maybe they couldn't do it, and so they throw in the salt in yours.
Right. Yep. So I mean, there's almost, unless you just off the grid, you know, and even if you off the grid, if you got some money, they got a way. So for you to buy a house, you know what I mean? So I mean, I just don't get it. They're gonna have to make me understand. You know, I don't like throwing money away. You know, so that's basically what you're doing. Is like you gonna have to. I don't. What other way can I put it? You're gonna have to live somewhere. You know, why not make money off of where you live? You know what I'm saying? Why not, you know, have that money come back to you or use the advantages and the tax cuts and all that stuff, the stuff that, you know, that they incentivize you that's out there for free. Why not use all that stuff? Why put yourself at a disadvantage? And we don't like to put ourselves at a disadvantage or anything else. But you put yourself at a big disadvantage by not owning property.
Yep.
You know, so I don't get it. I think, you know, like Corey said, we just need to bust down that mentality that it's a monumental task.
It's prevalent out there. I mean, you talk to people. I mean, it's prevalent.
Show them how easy it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, I remember years ago. I mean, I was still I was in college, and my professor, he was talking about buying a house, and he was just talking about all the things you had to do. So I mean, you listening to all of that, it's like, oh my God. I mean, this was you know, the early '90s. So, but that kind of mentality, instead of saying, hey, you can buy a house, it's almost like you trying to discourage people from doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's talk about this last little segment. I think as well, I think we wait too late in our community. I think we don't even get serious. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I see what it is.
What you got going on over there, B?
I don't know. I must have said something and it kicked on some music. You know, I'm tripping out. I'm like, well, I don't even have R&B in my playlist, so this for the record.
Yeah, apparently you do.
Apparently. I don't know what the hell happened on that. I'm about to turn off. But what I was gonna say was how can damn, I lost my damn train of thought. Nah, man, y'all got gotta be discombobulated, man.
Hey, look, you blame your phone on that one.
Right.
I gotta
They
blame
started
my
the
phone.
night early.
Oh, let's I think we wait too late. I think we don't even get serious about buying a house in late 20s, early 30s.
Later than that.
You know, sometime later than that. Or we'll wait until like you about to get married, or you settle down or something like that, and we'll rent for, think about it, you renting from 18 or 21 to 30, 10 years straight. And you add that up, that's a couple of $100,000 right there. That's gone. That's out of your last name.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone from your accumulation of wealth. And you could have had that inside the house. You could have, for lack of better terms, you could have had that inside your last name. You could have still kept that money and then probably increased that money over 10 years. It's just not smart economics. So, all right, let me paint a scenario and I'll let y'all chime in. Let's say, even if you're a female, you single, you want to wait till we helped the female the other day, get you a condo. Get you something like, and then when you get married, then move into your house.
Yeah.
But at least that money that you can be paying $1,500, $2,000, that ain't going out the window. That's your nest egg.
Hey, that's the cheat code though. You have your own property, your significant other had their own property before y'all get married.
Exactly.
Y'all get married, get the new property together, turn those into rentals.
Mm-hmm.
You in the game.
It's a great way to start a marriage.
Yep.
Y'all got something.
Yep.
Got something.
But that's normal everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, why is like it's programmed like, nah, I'm gonna go get that apartment and go and rent for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you like the apartment life, you can go ahead and get a condo.
That's what I'm
You still
saying.
own it, and it's an asset. You can still sell it. It just doesn't make sense.
But it's the mentality of, I got to do this. Like, I didn't know any better.
Right. It's like that lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Like now, but this is age of information, so everything's at your fingertips now. So it's almost no excuse.
It's not even as an 18-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, fresh out of college. It's not even in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even nowhere in your cipher. The first thing you think about is renting your apartment. You don't even think about buying a house.
Yep.
And people that don't know, for people that don't know, is that I could use your school as your employment.
A lot of people don't know that.
So you let's say you was a nurse practitioner, whatever in school for communicate, whatever you in school for, you get a job in your field. I use your school. I've done people with a fresh start. They ain't got their first check.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Seriously, I've closed people that don't even have their first check yet. You didn't have to have a job. Get an offer letter. I've closed people off an offer letter.
It's a good deal.
And that ought to be a no-brainer, because especially like for me, I used to hate being in an apartment. Like I used to hate hearing the noise. So if I was in an apartment, I was always trying to get the one on the top, so I ain't had nobody above me making the noise. I'm like,
walking and stuff all over.
Buy your own crib, you ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the mentality is nowhere. That's what we should do, man. We should do but see, man, the apartments, they're so protective of their people because they need them in that mentality in order to feel the leases. So they're not gonna let us just pop up and do some guerrilla stuff.
They ain't gonna let you do that.
But it's an awareness thing. Like, man, I might just need to do mass mailers out. Like,
back in the day, I used to go to some apartment complex and put flyers out.
Yeah,
like at the like where the mailboxes are and stuff.
Yeah,
because people always go there, but they don't like that.
But
I'm telling you right now,
I would put out some mailers.
Don't let them catch you over there.
They probably done called you. You got one of your
Right.
calls.
Yeah. You gonna get that phone call.
Because look, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying, their best paying renters or renters or whatever the case may be is the ones that's gonna qualify for the house. They don't want to lose that.
Right.
Yep.
They definitely don't want to lose their long-term renters.
Especially they paying $2,000 a month.
Exactly.
But that's normal now.
Yep.
You gonna pay that? What?
No. What I'm saying is you paying $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
They pretty much gonna qualify for a loan.
Oh yeah.
These
Mhm.
these not people paying $800 and got 15 credit cards maxed out and everything. You know, like you said, those are the best. They're best people that they know gonna stay. So they're gonna try to keep them there they're gonna try to do whatever they can to keep them there, and they definitely don't want you over there.
Most people don't realize that sometimes the rental process is more stringent than the buying process.
Man, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, the rental process, you got to do a background check.
It's harder to rent sometimes than it is to buy. In
you
a
got
lot
to do
of
a credit
cases.
check, baggard check, you know what I mean? Job
Employment,
check.
like-
They going to really call your job and talk to your supervisor. We ain't going to do all that.
Yep, because they want to see the stub, but then they're gonna call that same person.
They gonna call the person. They gonna, they want 5 references, so they're gonna let all your people know your business.
Yeah. Yep. And
So
then the biggest,
more stringent than I don't need no references.
the biggest thing is if you had a charge or something, a felony or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, you are in a heap of trouble trying to rent. But just sitting on the buy side, we ain't looking for that.
Right. Just get your money together.
Get your money together. That's it.
They don't care if you're a dope dealer.
Well, they got programs for that, Naughty dances, you know what I mean? The whole nine.
As long as you qualify. I mean.
Nah, as long as you got the money. You got that 20%
the receipts,
down,
huh?
I got something for you. You got 20% down, I got something for you. They got bank statement loans, they got all kind of stuff. So as long as that money coming in, they got a program for you. So, I mean, it's just I think it's just impoverished mentality and lack of awareness, and with a tad a twist of laziness, a little tad bit of laziness though too as well, and I gotta put some accountability on them as well because the information is like I think Barry said there, the information's out there.
Mm-hmm.
That you're not trying to look for it, and we got people I'm volunteering my hour out my week to help you. Where's the question? Let me see if we got any questions. No questions. So the thing is the information is out there. If you want to really get into a house and you want to really build generational wealth, everything's out here. I want to say this, and then we got about 10 more minutes, and we can wrap up. I want everybody to chime in. Everybody chime in on this, man. So we doing a house tour. We filming a house tour this weekend. And my cameraman, the video surgeon Dre, man, we looking at these $4 million houses. We in the $2 million house. And he's like, man, what they doing in this neighborhood to afford that? I like, well, I wouldn't say the 4 million, but the 2 million or the 1 million, they're not doing nothing that's different than us. They just have a real estate portfolio. They have their houses. They start a house like Chris said earlier, CJ earlier. You got the wife who got a house or maybe 2 from people, and the guy got a house that he was into. They get rent from that, and that's what pay for their note. As simple as that. They started young. By the time they turned in the 40s, they could afford a 1.5. That ain't nothing. Because think about it, 1.5. I did the note on there. If you put 20% down with them taxes and everything, it's gonna be like 8 G's. But let's say you got 4 rentals. That's your note right there.
Yep.
4 rentals at 2,000 each. That's your note. Yeah, you living free. Taxes and
now,
everything.
granted, the rentals was paid off, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as far as the rentals paid off. But the thing is that what you do if you got a high salary, your Christmas bonus, there's hacks. There's house hacks. We talk about this all the time. If you pay an extra note a year, one extra note a year, and go to strictly toward principal, that knocks 7 years off that thing. You pay 2 notes a year, that knock 14 years off of that. So let's say you start at your 20s, by the time you in your 30s, that thing free and clear. Mine's almost free clear. I started 10 years, almost 10 years, about on my 9th year. Next year I'll be done. So they got ways, man, to hack that thing, man. You just got to be disciplined. The thing is, it's the mentality. I want it now. I want to look more than, this is my favorite quote. I don't want hog. I want y'all to chime in, man. Come on, chime in on this. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. White man can't jump. He said, man, you know what your problem is? You rather look good and lose than look bad and win.
Mm-hmm.
That's us in a nutshell, man. You can't. That first house shouldn't be the Taj Mahal, man. Especially if you ain't got Taj Mahal money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why who you trying to impress? Is they gonna help you pay that bill?
And that's what a lot of we do a lot of stuff to impress the Joneses, not knowing that the Joneses broke.
Right. You're gonna go broke trying to impress somebody that don't give a damn about you.
That don't care.
And everybody else, they getting that 1.5, that $2 million dream house. You gonna see in that house tour, man. I walk into you got a display case just for your watches. That's bigger than me. You about to see, man. This house is so player, man. You know.
Yeah.
So man, I can let y'all chime in on that. I know I said a bunch of stuff.
Which part you wanted to chime in on, B? You said, look,
man,
the speaker topic.
How to get that to that how to get to that 1.5 million, because that's the thing. That's a misconception too. People think people that's out the door get the $1 million houses. That's not how this happens most of the time, unless you know what I'm saying, unless you're a celebrity. Okay. Most of the people that's in that $1 million houses, they done built up to that. Am I right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People think it's an overnight thing, not knowing that people been working hard for it. Mm-hmm. Taking care of business when they're young, so when they do get in their 40s and 50s, they can live like that.
Right. Then you pass that thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Teach your kids how to do it so they can be well. Like you say, they don't want to. You don't want to work a 9 to 5.
Think about it. Even if they sell your estate, you got 1.5. Let's say you ain't even done paying that thing out. Let's say you got $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 into that thing, man. They sell that and pay their houses off. Either way, you blessing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're giving them a leg up, regardless of what they choose to do with the property.
So it's like Chris said, it's a win-win. You lived out your days in your luxury home, the house that you wanted to. Then even if your kids liquidate that thing, they got money to do what they want to do. You did your job.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying, where you actually start to build a legacy. Because if you give your kids a leg up and you give them that opportunity, that blessing, you're going to be remembered a lot different than just, you know what I'm saying, hey, Papa's no longer here with us anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it's like, hey, look, Papa set us up, right?
Hey,
so,
Papa was that dude.
Yeah, Papa was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Papa did some great stuff. He whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? It's a different conversation that your kids and your grandkids is having once you leave that leg up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But definitely got to pass down that knowledge too, though, because what was that quote? Hard times make strong men, but easy times make weak men. Mm-hmm. So if they don't know what to do with that money, that whole generation of wealth thing could get squandered too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right.
But
and even if you look at the families in these other communities that have wealth, they've been building it over years. So when the kids are born, they're born with that silver spoon because their parents done worked and did real estate or whatever their business was in. Mm-hmm. So you got their kids and their grandkids are living good, going to the best schools. They can decide what they want to do. They're not forced to go get some little low-paying job just trying to make it. They have that mentality to do better because it's been passed down. But in our community, you have people whose ambition, they don't have that ambition. They don't want to do anything else. It's all they know is living off, and I don't want to say the other word, the W word, and they be, living off of that, and they don't have any ambition to do anything. And so they're not leaving anything for their kids. So the kids gonna be doing the same thing the parents was doing, struggling and trying to survive. And then their kids gonna be struggling and trying to survive. Somebody's gonna have to break that and say, hey, I don't want this for my kids. I don't want this for my grandkids.
Well, it's gonna take somebody with the mentality of doing something that's bigger than themselves. So until somebody get that in your bloodline and your last name, it's gonna be a perpetual cycle. So are you gonna be that person? Are you gonna live for yourself, or are you gonna live for other people? And something greater than yourself. I think when you live for something greater than yourself, I think you have a sense of accomplishment. And I think that again, I always preface stuff with I think. I think that your path will be a lot easier if you do things for stuff that's outside of yourself, for self-interest. I think your path is more blessed and greater. You get a greater sense of propulsion, and it's going to propel you quicker to that next level. That's what I believe, and that's what I've seen. Selfish people, they spin into it's a vortex. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
I didn't do R&B.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I think, again, this is not optional, man. This is mandatory. Real estate is mandatory. We got to get in our head. This is not an optional thing. Mandatory. You got to mess with this. This is what this built on. So you got to mess with this thing. You got to get you some properties. You got to get you condos. Learn the game. We here to teach y'all the game. So and you're not playing it. You can play the pole game, or you can be in the game with everybody else who's living. The life. You like, damn, how did they do that? Because they playing the game properly. There's no secret to this, man. It's the information out there.
Yeah, it's no secret. It's
nope. No more.
This is not 40, 50 years ago,
Right. They ain't redlining no more. You can buy. You can get well.
How else you think the husband made 80, the wife makes 70, and then a $1.5 million house? How does that happen?
They sell dope.
Since ain't nobody checking.
I mean, but we got that's probably what they think. Oh man, but nah, it's real estate.
Yep.
Nobody ain't getting them that is real estate, man. It's real. That's tax write-offs. It's real estate. This is what it is, man. You got to have a portfolio together where you sitting up there. And then that's another thing. We'll say this right. It's right at the time. I'm gonna say this last thought. We only got really with this diet that we have, we only got maybe 60, 65 good years. What you gonna do from 65 to 85?
Great question.
What you gonna do from 65 to 85 when you can't run no more like you was running? You can't rip and run like you was ripping and running.
You definitely don't want to be dependent on the government and all these other things to survive.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Social Security.
Yeah, Social Security and all this other stuff.
I've been seeing a lot of Walmart greeters.
I know. 85 years old. What are you doing out here?
You want to be in that number? You want to be in that number where you taking the vacations and you going to Thailand and you got that Hawaiian shirt on. Hawaiian shirt or Walmart shirt? Which one you want? Real estate is the answer. That's the difference between that Hawaiian shirt and that Walmart shirt.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? So
Walmart or Hawaiian.
Why you touching down in Africa and all that, spending your twilight years where you ain't got to worry. Or you're gonna be, looking for a job at the Quickie Mart, or, a greeter. They ain't really hiring too many senior citizens. You know what I mean? People laughing at you, the youngsters disrespecting you.
or driving a school bus.
Hey, I was gonna say,
bro, it's real.
8 years old trying to be an Uber driver.
Yeah, trying to be an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Man, it's real out here in the field.
It's real, for real.
That's what I think of them cats. You know, everybody human being, but it's bad decisions. It's bad decisions when you're young.
Yep.
It's living for the moment. You don't never think that moment gonna come.
Yep, that's one. Yeah, you never think you're gonna get old.
Time waits for no man. Time don't give a damn.
No man. Yep.
You don't think about it till you get 50. It's
Right.
like, man, now I'm old.
And your leverage is over at that time. You know, your health is not infinite. Your lifestyle is not infinite. So you gotta maximize your potential in order to maximize this lifespan. Because think about it, you wait. What you kicking a can down the road to the road ain't no endless road. You see what I'm saying? This is real out here in the field.
Going in soon.
Yeah, it's like, man, by the time you in that late 40s and the 50s, you ain't did something, man, you out of leverage. You out of time. Party's all out of time.
He real musical tonight, ain't he?
Yeah. Hey, that phone got him feeling that way.
Hey,
DJ, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
be about to hear the karaoke after this.
It's all the time, bro. You out of time, man. We trying to hit y'all to the game, bro. Got to get on this side. Y'all come on, get on this side, man. Get in this real estate train. I mean, it's just a way of life, man. You gonna deny it. What is it? 70-80% of millionaires got a real estate portfolio, man. I need to do a study. How many common folks, not even millionaires, how many people in the middle class got real estate portfolio?
It'd be a low number.
Yep.
So
Yeah, real low. So
we'll, man, like, go ahead, y'all do your outros, man. I don't want to keep. I know Chris got to roll up out of here. So we want to kick it off, man.
Chris, you can go.
Shit, all right, and you gonna put it on me anyway.
Hey, after this, I'm about to go hit this. I'm back on that workout, so I'm about to go hit this treadmill for 30 minutes anyway. So I ain't in no rush. You know what I mean? So, there you go.
All right, everybody. CJ the Realtor here. I'm gonna do it like Dion. Hey, you looking to sell? Call me. I'm coming.
Right.
You looking to buy? Call me. I'm coming.
Right.
Check out the website greenwoodrealtytx.com. Check out the YouTube channel. Got the luxury home tours edition on there. CJ the Realtor on YouTube. Hit me up on social media platforms. All of them. CJ Sales TX. That's CJSELLSTX. Check out the nonprofit website, themasteracademy.org, giving back, showing our young men who they are, teaching them knowledge of self-improvement, entrepreneurship. If you want to hit my line, 832-338-3182, or DM me. Hey, I'm here to answer questions, help any way I can. So, we get you on putting your right foot forward so you ain't out here renting and throwing your money away no more. So holla at your boy.
Barry, I got your prop.
All right. Barry Bolston, Keller Williams Professionals, looking to buy and sell in the Houston or invest in the Houston surrounding areas. I have YouTube channel, IG, Facebook. Just look up Homes by Barry B. My number is 832-786-1270, or you can email me at barryb@homesbybarryb.com. I'm on all the platforms. Let's talk.
All right. Corey Smith, Yolanda. I ain't too hard to find, as Barry said earlier. Hey, look, phone number 832-297-7659. Or, if you're a little nervous, have anxiety about talking on the phone, shoot me an email. Email is smithmortgageteam@gmail.com. Love to help you out. Got
you. And, I got a myriad of different things. Let me go through it. If y'all ready to go ahead and make that move, man, and get to, this is my benediction, man. When you ready to go ahead take that next step and become a homeowner, or even just get on the right side of the track where you're trying to be a blessing to somebody else later on, man, go to the www.applywithb.com. At Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media platforms. Go ahead and follow me. I'm on Rumble. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Truth Social. We just did the what is it? Alignable page where I got the home on my company's on that the Alignable page. So I'm on everywhere. I'm on all outlets. If you're ready to get a condo, condo's huge, man. I might do a townhouses next year, man. Go to HoustonCondoSales.com. You want to fly townhomes or high rises? Best place for it right there. Also, challenge me, man. Go to my website, what'stoday'srace.com. I got my race posted daily. So you want to find out what's today's race? Go ahead and to that website, what'stoday'srace.com. Again, on YouTube, got 3 brand new or revamped shows. You got House Tours Lux with me and my man CJ the Realtor, and then I got House Tours Express with some of the hot deals on the market. I got Behind the Sauce. I'm showing y'all each episode some nuggets on how to become a multi-million-dollar business owner. So I'm showing you how I built this business from scratch. So y'all. My bad. I think it glitched on my side. But go to YouTube, and then I got the last show, the Power of Ownership podcast. We revamped that. We're shooting it in 4K now, different formats. So check us out. We got more and more guests coming in as soon as possible. So man, join us every Tuesday. We trying to be a blessing to as many people as possible. My goal is to help as many people become not only homeowners, but be a blessing to their last name, be multiple homeowners, have their own portfolio, and where everybody can live comfortable in financial freedom. That is the key to financial freedom is real estate, period. There's other ways to do it, but this is the easiest and the fastest, and this is not wishing upon a star. This is it's work, but it's not super duper hard work. So it's something that's almost necessary, almost mandatory, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. We're the gateway to it, especially in our community. I don't see anybody else waving their hand. Everybody want to get that one transaction, but we trying to make financially stable individuals. That's our mission. You know what I mean? So, come on aboard. It's gonna be work on the side, but we can get you there.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, man, we'll see y'all next week. As we talk real estate.
Love it.